Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So the Florida Gators offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Right? We got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. I bet you would love being able to just flip it forward. That counts as a 2 completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go with a direct snap. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Run in the red zone. It's Daniels. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll run play action. Deep shot for the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the quarterback didn't really want to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in his hands.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. To the air. It's Lagway. Makes his connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Direct snap. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas A&M's offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Got his man downfield. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Now it's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
He's all played out with the
explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
What did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. This receiver has the football out in space. You've got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock. So good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
He wants to throw. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, the head coach has a big decision.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Wilson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And the Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to pass on second down. That pass is in. And they were unfortunate. It was not free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Now improvising. At the 45 on his way. And Chuck plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a space. Buys a little time with his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing it around, because guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready.
And it's picked off for the third time today.
When you come out of the Romans and in the shadow of the Romans, and a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's got it on the run. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They had a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field. When I run that post route, QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Complete with conviction on the crosser. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on second down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for a huge play. Nice hands on the right sideline as he has it for a huge gain.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense is really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys are...
What a move to get room! Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. On the run, it's Moss. Powers through the defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on third. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the stop as the sweet pulling catch is ready to give them a first down. And the Aggies have their offense in high gear. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the back. Makes one man miss. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
The sweet feet buy a little time, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time, no matter where it is on the field or what the distance.
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. That's a live ball running wide open down the gut of the field. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Gator! And once he got loose, it was all over. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The free. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass on the way. It's kicked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A first down for the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. The Gators will move the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake on first down. Coming after it. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
The defense playing zone coverage, they're taking away all of the QB's primary options downfield, so he has to check it down to the drag.
They'll go with a direct snap. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I would hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw this.
The give to the back. Discards a man. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Let's go! Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. Snags it! And the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggie! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide
He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He shows all of us right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
To throw, it's Lagway. Got the quick pass. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to throw it again. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Scrambling away. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, and keep this drive rolling.
Gets it out quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Fires complete on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
To the air, it's Glagway. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
At this point in the game, in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Smashes ahead. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
From the gun, the ground game. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Glagway. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not